Welcome back to Tales from the World's Firesides. I'm Clive Gilson, the story guy, and today I'm telling a Mexican folktale. This is the creation story of the Mixtecs. Now, as ever, my main aim in telling these stories is to tell stories that might otherwise be forgotten or lost, particularly to people outside of the originating country. And by sharing these tales, I hope we can make the world just that little bit less complex. But let's get on with the story. The creation story of the Mixtecs. When the earth emerged from the primeval waters, one day the deer god named Puma Snake and the beautiful deer goddess, or Jaguar Snake, both appeared. They had human forms, and with their great knowledge, or magic, they raised a high cliff over the water and built splendid palaces for their home upon it. At the top of this cliff, they placed a copper axe with its edge facing upward, and the heavens rested on this edge. The palaces were in Upper Mixteca near Apoela, and the cliff was called the place where the heavens stood. The gods lived happily together for many centuries, and eventually they had two sons, beautiful and skilled in many arts. From birth they were named Wind Nine Snake, or Viento de Nuevo Culebras, and Wind Nine Cave, that is Viente de Nuevo Cavernas. They received much care and education, learning to transform into an eagle or a snake, make themselves invisible, and even pass through solid objects. After some time, these young gods decided to make an offering and a sacrifice to their ancestors. They took clay incense vessels, filled them with tobacco, and set it on fire, letting it smoulder. The smoke rose to the heavens, marking the first offering to the gods. Then they created a garden with shrubs, flowers, trees, fruit-bearing plants, and sweet-scented herbs. Next to this garden they made a grassy field, prado, and equipped it for sacrifices. The devout brothers lived contentedly on this land, tending it, burning tobacco, and with prayers, vows and promises they asked their ancestors to let the light appear, to let the water gather in specific places, and to free the earth from its watery cover, as they had only this small garden to sustain them. To strengthen their prayer, they pierced their ears and tongues with flint knives, and sprinkled the blood on the trees and plants using a willow twig brush. The deer gods had more sons and daughters, but a flood came and many of them perished. After that catastrophe, though, the god known as the creator of all things formed the heavens and the earth and restored the human race. Okay, that's a wrap for today's story, the creation myth of the Mixtecs. I do like the creation myths. Every culture has them, and they're really quite compelling. If you've enjoyed the story, you can find out more about me, Clive Gilson, the story guy, and Tales from the World's Firesides as a project at clivegilson.com. And there's also dedicated Facebook and YouTube channels in the banner at the bottom of the screen. There's a lot of content already up, and there's always new stuff every week. So do join the channels if you like these things. I would appreciate it if you could hit the like button as well, because that always helps to keep these stories front and centre. Helps with the algorithms on YouTube and Facebook and so on. But that's it for now. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and stay inspired.